Hey there, today I have another EFT tapping video for you, and this is It's All Going to Be Okay. Hey there, Marguerita here, mindset coach and lightworker from Pitbull and founder and creator of the Wealth Consciousness Movement. And today I have another EFT tapping video for you, and this is It's All Going to Be Okay. So are you one of the millions and billions of people who have experienced some level of heightened anxiety and stress around the uncertainty that's happened in the world in the last 3 or so years? Then you are definitely not alone. And this level of heightened anxiety is not good for your emotional and mental well-being. It increases the level of cortisol, which is coursing through your body, which damages your organs and actually causes dis-ease within the body. And if it's allowed to continue over long periods of time, it can really do some damage. Not only that, do you realize that cortisol, which is the stress hormone, actually robs you of your intelligence? That's right. So there have been tests that have shown that when people are in heightened levels of stress and they have the cortisol hormone running throughout their body, that it actually robs them of their intelligence and their ability to solve solutions. So it is a great idea to be able to calm your central nervous system so you have greater ability and access to your cognitive functions to be able to solve problems and be at your best. So today's tapping is all about calming down the central nervous system. And what I want you to do is rate your level of current stress, anxiety, fear about the future, fear about the unknown. Maybe you have some uncertainty in your life that is causing these heightened sense of emotions. I want you to rate that on a scale of 0 to 10. So 10 being that you're really feeling anxious, stressed, and 0 being that it doesn't rate a mention for you and you really don't need to do this tapping. Okay, so we're going to do some tapping on firstly reducing that level of fear, stress, and anxiety, and then tapping in It's All Going to Be Okay. Now, if you do like my videos and you haven't yet, then please like and subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you can know when I release more transformational videos. All right, so let's get into the tapping, starting by tapping on the side of the hand. Even though I have this stress and anxiety and fear of the unknown, I deeply and completely love and accept all of me right now. Even though I have this stress, fear, and anxiety, and all this uncertainty, I choose to love, honor, and accept who I am and how I feel right now. Even though I have this fear of the future, stress and anxiety because of all this uncertainty, I choose to love and accept who I am and how I feel right now. All this uncertainty causes all this stress and anxiety. So much uncertainty. I have this fear about the future. All this stress and anxiety. All this fear of the unknown. All this stress and anxiety. All this fear of the unknown. I destroy and uncreate this fear of the unknown. I destroy and uncreate all this stress and anxiety. I destroy and uncreate all this uncertainty. I destroy and uncreate this fear of the unknown. I destroy and uncreate all this stress and anxiety. I destroy and uncreate all these emotions of stress and fear. I destroy and uncreate all this uncertainty. I release all emotional attachment to uncertainty. I release all emotional attachment to certainty. I release all emotional attachment to feeling stressed and anxious about the future. I release all emotional attachment to feeling stressed and anxious about the unknown. I release all emotional attachment to this stress and anxiety. I release all emotional attachment to this fear of the unknown. Okay, take a deep breath. Let it out. Another deep breath. Releasing all that old energy. And as you allow your central nervous system to just calm down, I want you to think about those levels of fear, anxiety, stress, that's uncertainty. On a scale of 0 to 10, I want you to rate that now. Has it come down? It's good to keep doing this tapping, and maybe you want to bring in some more focus on anything specific that you might have fear and anxiety around right now. So just state it as you're tapping. State, I have this fear and anxiety about. What are you actually anxious about? Because our fear and anxiety is a projection. If we don't have anything in our immediate vicinity to be stressed and anxious about, as in, if there is not an immediate threat to your life, to your existence, to your safety, then that is a projection of what you think might happen. If you have uncertainty about the future, it's what you think might happen, right? Does that make sense? So your fear is actually just a projection about what might happen in the future. And do you realize that well over 90% of what we worry about never happens? So it's a whole lot of wasted energy and mental capacity that is causing you stress that may never even happen. So if you can get a control of those emotions and calm down your central nervous system, for sure, you want to be aware of what might go wrong so you can put in place things that, strategies and ways of circumnavigating potential problems that you might have. And this is super important in any part of life, including business, including relationships. You don't want to wait until you actually hit the catastrophe, right? You want to try and avoid that as much as possible. However, getting stressed and anxious about it isn't going to help you to get the right outcome, is it? So the more you can control those emotions and calm down your central nervous system, the better you're able to navigate life, the more happy you're going to be, the more calm you're going to be. And in actual fact, the higher your frequency will be. So quite often our fear is a self-fulfilling prophecy, because fear is a very, very powerful creative force. Our vibration and frequency is a powerful creative force. So if you're in a state of fear a lot of the time, whatever you are afraid and anxious about, you're going to create it. And then people get like, oh my God, I'm so afraid and anxious about it. Now I'm going to create it. Now I'm even more afraid and anxious. So unfortunately, it's this sort of perpetual loop that we get into. And it's really important to have these tools and techniques to be able to calm your central nervous system down and get out of that cycle, right? So now, before we move on to the positive tapping, I just want to remind you about my Tapping 400K in 30 days video series. There's 8 free tapping videos that's going to help you to rewire your brain for money, wealth, and abundance, and open you up to all sorts of possibilities for being able to create $100,000 in 30 days. It's actually about you becoming the kind of person who can create $100,000 in 30 days. So if you want to check that out, have a look at the address that's on your screen right now. It's all for free. Just go and register and you get instant free access to those 8 tapping videos, and you can start rewiring your brain right now, here today, with those tapping videos. All right, so now we're going to do a couple of quick tapping rounds on it's all going to be okay. Okay, so tapping on the inside of the eye. I choose to relax and know it's all going to be okay. I choose to know it's all going to be okay. I choose to know it's all going to be okay. I choose to know I will be okay. I choose to know I will be okay. I relax and know that ultimately it's all going to be okay. I choose to know that ultimately it will work out. I choose to trust it's all going to be okay. I relax and trust and know that it's all going to be okay. I relax and trust and know that ultimately everything will be okay. I relax and trust and know it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. I choose to know I will be okay. I choose to relax and trust and know that ultimately it will all be okay. Okay, take a breath. Let it out. Okay. Scale of 0 to 10. How do you feel about the stress, the anxiety, the fear of the future, the fear of the unknown, the uncertainty? Doesn't that feel better? Don't you feel calmer? Don't you feel like your frequency and vibration has risen? It's a pretty good feeling. And the more you can cultivate this, the more you're going to create great outcomes in your life. So, you know what? Not everything works out the way we want it to. In fact, quite a few things don't always work out the way we want them to. And sometimes it takes us having to navigate a series of unwelcome events, situations, circumstances that present themselves to get to the outcome that we want, or an ultimate outcome where it's okay. But if you're here today, then ultimately almost everything in your life has turned out to be relatively okay. Yes? So that's what I want you to think about, that yes, sometimes we have challenges in our life and we have circumstances that are, we just think, oh no, how did I get myself into this situation? Which we are co-creative beings having a co-creative experience. So we're co-creating everything. But if you know that ultimately you are going to navigate everything and everything's going to be okay. And remember, I want you to remember this, you are bigger than any challenge you will ever face. You are bigger than any challenge you will ever face. And you are infinitely powerful. And at the end of the day, everything will be okay. So I hope you have enjoyed this. If you have, remember to like and subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. And don't forget to go and sign up for those 8 free tapping videos for the Tapping for $100,000 in 30 Days series. I look forward to seeing you in the community. Until next time, take care and bye for now.